Ride around my top down, window shaking a lot now. I'ma stay proud, no Kane Brown, but I thank God for these days now. Don't make sounds, crash glass, no rebounds. End town, Nashtyville, and I stay proud now. Hey y'all, welcome to Nashtyville. As always, it's your main man, Dave, aka Young Gray. Right over here, I got my man DeMonty with me.
Hey, good to be here, baby.
That's awesome, man. Today on the show, we got a very special guest, Mista Choc, legendary producer, brother to me, mentor, taught me everything. Actually named me Young Gray, which is pretty cool. How you doing, Choc?
Man, I'm blessed. How you feeling, bro?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. It's been a little while, man. How's everything been going?
Beautiful, very beautiful.
That's great, man. Life is good, man. So,
All the time.
first thing I want to start with, obviously I know you. DeMonty knows about you, but for the people that don't know, let's say they're not a hip hop head, give us a little bit of a background on you.
Man, okay, well, actually, my career started in the 80s. Well, actually, the 90s, actually, as far as dropping records. My first record that I ever went worldwide was Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. Actually, I did 9 on that album. From there, I went on to produce from the Ice Cubes, E40, Too Short, Dr. Dre. Our most recent right now is Eminem. Got a song with him called Discombobulated. From there, it goes forever. From anybody on the West Coast, I'll produce. Outside of the West Coast, I've worked with Redman, Method Man, Lil Kim, Mr. Elliott. I can go forever. I worked with damn near almost everybody that really did something in the
In the
mid
game.
'90s. Yeah, everybody. I've got records with everybody.
Now, one of the most famous, I think, footages that I've seen of you is you, Dr. Dre, Eazy.
Oh yeah,
Pretty,
that was that. Yeah, that was the '90s. That was on a TV show called Pump It Up. It was like Yo MTV Raps back then. So I've been around the game. This was actually before my records came out. So I was around Dr. Dre, and actually I was living with the legendary the DOC.
wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
When Ice Ice Baby stopped, I was living with the DOC.
now, do you think DOC is the greatest rapper ever?
He's in my top 5. You know, my favorite ever is always going to be Rakim.
Yeah. If you had to give me your top 5, like it doesn't have to be a specific order, who would you go with?
Yeah, you beat me, Dave.
It would be Rakim, the DOC, Nas, Biggie, and Jay-Z.
Biggie and Jay-Z.
Nice.
Now you're from the West Coast, and I'm sure you probably ran into Tupac and all that. You don't put Tupac on the top 5?
I don't. I knew Pac very well.
Yeah.
But I don't put him in my top 5. I got him in my top 20.
Oh, okay. All right. Biggie
Yeah.
was a big. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
if I had to put a top 5 together, I'd put Biggie on the top 5 too, for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
So,
I go from the Coogee raps, and I got if it was my top 10, um, it would be from where I left off at. It would be like the Coogee rap, KRS-One, Melly Mel, which he's garbage now, but
mhm.
he was in back then. He just did some strange shit trying to. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it where he dissed Eminem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
got a
missed
diss
that.
record out. He
Did
released it probably. It's garbage, like garbage. Do not mess with that boy, man. Leave him alone.
yeah? Did M respond?
I'm not. I don't think that. No, he's not going to respond to that garbage.
Yeah.
It was garbage. Super
Yeah,
garbage.
it was in order to make M respond.
Well, I was
It
gonna
has
say
to be.
sometimes the best response is no response. So
Yeah, when you're M, you don't
Yeah,
have to respond.
you don't have to respond when you're M.
Which is crazy. Yo, so
Yeah, leave that guy alone.
yeah, you gotta leave that guy alone. Do you put M in the top 5? You don't put M in the top 5?
No, I put him in my top 10.
In the top
Yeah.
10? Now
Yeah.
you've worked with M, and you've shared like some stories to me about like how his mindset is or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
Well, actually, what had happened was that me, Dr. Dre, and my nephew Slim the Mobster spent the whole month in Detroit with Eminem and Fifth. So we went out there to go work, and which is show you how great Dr. Dre is. When we flew to Detroit, we flew on Dre's private jet, and on the plane there was a whole production crew, all in-house producers. And while we were on the plane, Dr. Dre actually told us if we come out here and make one good record, I felt like the trip was worth it.
yeah, yeah,
Now, one record, we're there for a month.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So for him to say one good record, that kind of like, I looked at Dre and was like, damn, one good record? We come out here for a month? Mind you, we just left from Vegas and was there for a month. We came home for Easter and we flew in day before Easter, had been in Vegas for a month, flew in from Easter, did Easter Sunday. We was back on the plane that Monday heading to Detroit with M. So we were gone actually 2 months.
Wow, wow.
And yeah, that's when I had first, this was before Drake became Drake. So
Yeah,
I met Drake. Yeah, Dre had flew Drake and Devin the Dude and all of them into Vegas to come and work. And Dre had the Hugh Hefner suite.
wow.
Toms. They had Hefner Toms. And I'm looking at this kid jumping over like the couch, and I'm like, damn, who the fuck is this? Like, who's like jumping over the couch? And so Charlie Red, which is Dr. Dre's assistant, was like, oh, that's a guy that Dre flew in. He's a rapper. He's pretty good. And I promise you, about 4 days later, his song hit the radio. And Charlie Red was like, you remember the guy you was talking about this jumping over the couches? He said, that's him.
Yeah, that's
And
him.
I'm like, what the? He was like,
And now
well,
now he's probably one of the biggest names, period, of all time.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of cool. Then I got to meet him and we hung out a few times. But yeah, that's just how great Dre is when it comes to making music. And when we were there, we would go off the clock. So Dre would work 12 hours on, I work 12 hours on. And I did Discombobulated. Actually, I did quite a few tracks. And then when I presented Discombobulated the track, Dre gave me the thumbs up. When he gave me the thumbs up, now mind you, while the beat is playing, it's me, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem, Slim the Mobster, and Mark Batson. We're all in the studio. So when I give him the CD to play it in the studio, he loses it. Dre give me the thumbs up, and 50 Cent is just bouncing up and down off the beat. I look over, Eminem's not budging.
Not even moving.
Right.
M's not even moving.
Like,
Stop nodding his head. He's leaning up against the wall. And I'm looking at him. I was like, what the hell with him? So he ain't got to like that.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm thinking. Like, okay, well, I ain't tripping. Okay, well, him don't like it. And when I got into the car, Dre had got us our rental car. So I was on my way back to the hotel. We were staying in a hotel called the Thompson, which was in a city called Birmingham, Michigan, which is basically like saying Beverly Hills of Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on our way to the hotel room, me and Slim, my phone rings and it's Dre. He's like, hey, get back. Eminem's laying vocals to that track. I went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Poker face.
Like, you know,
No, because
nod
what
to the
happened
beat.
was he probably was in straight kill mode.
Oh,
So like he was probably
putting the lyrics
envisioning the
to it
song
already. Right.
in his
Gotcha.
head.
Yeah.
After getting to know him, what he was doing, M was writing in his head.
Yeah.
He wasn't bouncing. He wasn't none of that. He just stood up against the wall. Now, mind you, I'm looking at 50 Cent literally dancing like, what?
Yeah.
Like, going crazy. And I'm like, I got 50 Cent soul, so I might get fifth on this record.
Right.
You know, when I got midways to the hotel room, Dre called and said, hey, you need to come back to the studio. Eminem's laying vocals. And
Wow.
That is dope.
it amazed me. I got back and Eminem's in a booth doing Discombobulated.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
so
That's dope.
yeah, man, that kind of took me by storm. And then when it dropped on Music to Be Murdered By, we're at like 5.5 million sold on the album, and Discombobulated is probably one of the most um, streamed songs off of that album right now.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah. And then I also did the main song to the movie Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Talking to My Diary, which is on the Compton soundtrack album.
Is that by Dr. Dre, Talking to My Diary?
Yeah, it's Dr. Dre.
Oh, Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre and Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's
You
amazing.
can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. That's crazy,
Yeah,
man. Honestly, like being able to work with all these big guys, and obviously you're a heavy hitter yourself, so it's not even, but like I always feel like if you associate with the top, you become the top. Like Dr. Dre is at the top, and he hasn't moved for, I mean,
Ever.
Yeah, like for
Ever.
forever. So I mean,
Well,
like,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
so my question is like, how do you like, how does it like feel like when you're like there? Like obviously, like I've been there, and you put me there for a lot of these positions like that I was blessed in. But like when you're just a kid and doing stuff, and all of a sudden you see that rise like from start to finish, because you've been around the Eazy-E's and the Dre's and the Tupacs and all of them in the same circle, Eminem and stuff like that, and seen probably endless rises, including even Drake, what you saw Drake before. Like,
Well, and also Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar and J-Rock used to sit on my sessions at Aftermath before he dropped any record. He used to spend numerous hours in my sessions and just sit there and listen to me make music. And it amazed me that he became who he became, because at that time he was named K-Dot.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, and J-Rock, also a Grammy winner. He's the one who used to bring Kendrick to come and hang out with me. But Kendrick wouldn't really talk. He would just just sit on the couch, and I was just creating. And at the end of the day, I'll just play beats, and Kendrick would just sit there and just listen, And it was kind of a trip one day when he was leaving one day, and he was like, "Choc, I gotta get some music from you." And I wasn't pushing the issue because I didn't know that Dre was going to be working with him as soon as he did. But the crazy thing is that a lot of people don't know this, but I do, because I was there helping. This is when we were putting together the Detox.
Wow.
And what was going on was that a lot of people know that 4 of the big records that was on Kendrick's album was actually tracks from Dre's Detox album.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I did not know that.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And DeMonte's a huge Kendrick
Yeah, I love
fan.
Kendrick, man. Like, I'd love to just be the water boy in the room. I'm not a music guy, but I for sure could bring you water as long as Kendrick's there.
Well, his Money Weather Weed, that was Dre's. The song Compton, that's on the album, that was Dre's. And let me tell you a quick story about that song. Well, we were all at Dre's house one day. It was all of us just hanging out. Dre invited everybody to come over on the weekend, so we get over there, and he because I used to always come in, and when we used to just have playback music, we would Dre would be like a whole day where we just wouldn't work. We'd just sit in the studio and go over records.
Right.
And he knew I always used to say, "Man, play Compton." He used to play that song for me all the time. So we're at his house, and he I gotta let you hear Kendrick's version of Compton. So I was like, okay, and he plays it. Got the game on the song, and Dre got mad at me when I told him the truth. I said it's not. I said, Dre, I love it, but it's not better than your version. He gave me this look like, how are you there to judge my shit?
Yeah.
And I said, Dre, I'm just telling you how I feel, bro. It's not better than your version.
Right.
If I actually have the original version of Compton that Dre did.
And you still think it's better?
Way better than Kendrick's version. Way 1,000% better.
Wow.
I used to have Dre play this record for me all the time. Dre, play Compton. You gotta play Compton.
I'm wondering why has he never dropped like a remix to it?
I was wondering the same. Like, why? I mean, if it's that, if it's that caliber, the world needs to hear
it is?
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is Dre. Dre made a word up, and I said that's probably one of the best made up words ever. Dre said, "Choc, one thing I don't ever want to be," and I said, "What?" He said, "An anticipant."
Anticipation.
You know what that means, right? To be fully anticipated and people be
Yeah,
disappointed.
right.
So he was like,
Wow.
"Choc, I never want the world to hear something that's an disappointment." So when you really sit down with him, he's just such a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Like I have a song with Dr. Dre and Too Short and Little Kim called Pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing about that was that I was at the studio and my phone rings and it's Ashley, which is Dr. Dre's, the president of Aftermath. She calls my phone and said, "Hey, Choc, Dre wants you to meet him over at Artie's Steakhouse." I said, "When?" She was like, "Now." So I'm like, okay. So I'm in Burbank and I fly to Artie's to the steakhouse because I know this place where Dre always eats. So we get there and while we're there, Dre said the song Pussy is kind of losing the momentum. And I said, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, at this time he was married." And he was like, because his wife picks a lot of his records that she really likes. Those are the records that he put to the side. So he was like, "Well, it's kind of losing its steam." I was thinking about putting Nicki Minaj on the record. And I
Ooh.
looked at Dre. He said, I'm thinking about putting Nicki Minaj on the record." And I kind of thought about it. And I looked at Dre and I said, because it's my record. And I looked at Dre and I said, "Dre, you know what?" So I said, "Nicki's cool. She's just too gimmicky."
Mm.
I said, "How about Lil Kim?" And when I said Lil Kim, Dre dropped his fork in his plate and sat back in his chair and said, "Damn, Chuck, I never thought about that."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, believe this or not, we leave from eating. As we walk out of Artie's Steakhouse, when we walk out, TMZ is outside the door waiting on us.
Mm.
So
Wow.
they do a quick, yeah, they do. It was real quick though, because we're walking and TMZ Dre go, "Oh shit, there go TMZ,"
Yeah.
and they come run all the paparazzi. But he asked a cool question. The dude from TMZ said, "Hey, Dr. Dre, since so many rappers are going to prison now, do you think that it would be kind of smart that they would to put studios in a prison?" And Dre stopped walking and looked at me. This is on TMZ. You can find it. And Dre looks over at me and he goes, "Damn, that's not a bad idea." Yeah, oh, God, it happened. So we leave and promise to God. 2 days later, I get the call. You need to get to the studio. Little Kim's here. I get to the studio. Little Kim's at the studio. Slim the Mobster wrote her verse for Pussy. Next thing you know, we got Little Kim on the record.
Wow.
That's who's. Then it was a Grammy party, and we're at the Grammy party, and it's me, Royce the 5'9", Busta Rhymes, Slim, and DJ Silk. We're all standing there talking, and Too Short walks in, and I looked at Too Short, and I went, my mind just clicked, and I said, "Damn." I walked to Short. I said, "Hey, Short, what's up?" He's like, "What's up, Choc?" I'm like, "Man, I got a song that I think I want to get you on." And he's like, "Okay." And I said, "This is with Dr. Dre." He stopped and looked at me and he said, "Choc, I've been knowing Dre 22 years. You know, I've never worked with him, ever." I said, "Give me your number." He gave me the number. Now, mind you, as he gives me the number, Dre and his wife is on the red carpet. They're taking tons of pictures of Dre and his wife. I walk in between all the photographers with Too Short's number in my hand and hand it to Dre. Dre looks at me while people are taking pictures. He look at me and he give me that shrug of shoulders like, "What's this?" And I said, "Too Short." He reads my lips and I go, "Too Short." And he's like, I said, "Pussy." And he nodded his head like, "Yeah."
At the
Next
time,
day, Too Short. Next day, Too Short was in the studio.
did Dre know Too Short at that time?
Yeah. Too Short said, "I've been knowing Dre 22 years and I've never got a chance to
I was
work
gonna say
with
they've
each other."
just never worked together before.
Wow. That's
Yeah, so,
crazy.
but what ended up happening was we brought in Corrupt's brother, Roscoe.
Mm-hmm.
Roscoe ended up writing Too Short's verse for him. And I knew then that it was a special record. But the cool thing about it is that Too Short had been in the booth, with no exaggeration, he had been in the booth probably like 4 hours because he didn't write it. Roscoe wrote it for him. And Dre looked at me and said, that's why he sells records, Choc. He has not got discouraged yet. As long as I've had him in his booth, he has not got discouraged. He has not got upset about it or anything. That's what Yuppie
Wow.
Yeah.
said. Yeah, so Too Short, I got the record with Too Short, Little Kim, and Dr. Dre.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chuck,
I,
clearly I need
I've
better
had,
friends, man.
yeah,
I
so,
I love this guy sitting across from the table, but I mean, this story is way beyond some of the
yeah,
audience that he's put me in front of so far.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is
Gray's a good dude, man. It's
That's my
just from the
guy.
when I first day I met him, I knew he was special, and I think that's a story that needs to be forever told. The way me and him met.
oh yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell it. I mean, so I used to do security, home security,
Yep.
and Chalk had a lake house or whatever that they were that he just bought or whatever, a lake house, and so I go in there, like a buddy of mine that works like under me, one of my sales reps
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
He's like, "You won't believe it. Like, you got to come with me to this house. Like, it's Mr. Chalk's house. He's got all like, look at all these platinum records on the wall." So like, I walk in the house. We walk in the house, and then like I meet Chalk, and I'm pretty sure wasn't it like who was it, Shaw Money or Shaw? What? Who was the one that was at your house at the time?
That was
Diddy's
my
in-house producer.
dad, a boy from Bad Boys. His name was Albert Albu.
Oh, okay. So I walk in and
Yeah,
it's both of them, and the first thing I see is platinum, 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 like all on the wall and stuff like that.
Right.
And I'm designing the security system in the house, and I'm like, all right, like this is it. So I go up to him, I'm like, hey, like they're listening to the same beat over and over again, like no joke, like just the same beat. Like he's probably making the beat, like
Right.
tweaking the beat out, and the beat's just playing on repeat. And I go up to him like, "Hey, I can rap." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, like do your job, man. Like
Yeah.
like do what
Right.
you came here
Right.
for." And I'm like, "I'm telling you I can rap, man. I'm telling you." He's like, "All right, whatever. Like, yeah, everyone can rap."
Everybody can rap.
so so eventually I just started rapping, but I was I was rapping for like 3 minutes just pointing out everything. Like, "Look at the Grammys, Berry," or
yep,
like and just keep on going off
Yeah.
on like real stuff, like freestyling. By like a minute and a half, they looked at each other and they're like, whoa, like this kid's the real
You're
deal.
right.
Like the weird story about this is so the next day, and I'm in California at the time or whatever. Like this, like Chalk's living in Cali. The next day, Christy's mom, my wife or whatever, for the people that don't know, my mom's wife passed away from a massive heart attack the next
The
day.
following day.
The following
Wow.
day, yeah. So we had to go back to New Jersey or whatever to like be with her family and all of that stuff like that. So maybe a week goes by and I told Chris about it too. And she's like, "Yeah, all right, sure,
Yeah.
he wants to
So
work with you,
cute, Dave.
whatever."
Right.
So a week goes by and all of a sudden we're watching TV, and sure enough, Chalk pops up on the documentary or whatever
Right.
right in front of us. But the crazy thing was he called me the second the documentary popped up
Mm.
that we were watching it. So now I'm looking at him
Looking at
on
him on screen,
TV
got him on the
and he's
phone.
on the
Yeah.
phone.
Right.
And I'm like, "Chris, look, I'm telling you, he wants to work with me." So I put him on the phone. He
Right.
talks to her.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, really, like, I would love to work with your husband." Literally the next day, flew out from California. We did 3 songs together or
Right.
whatever
Right.
in New Jersey, like, and he came all the way from
yep,
California to New
That's
Jersey.
cool.
yep.
Linked me with like some of the biggest heavy hitters in the game, from like Shamela Durant, rest in peace, and
Rest in peace.
yeah, and K Solo, and some of the biggest like other like heavy hitters in the
Right.
game.
Spider was there. Spider did like all of the DVD. He did Put Your Hands Where No, Spider did like
Poison.
Poison.
And then Shamela did Put Your Hands Where Your Eyes Can See. And
Okay.
Right.
but
Yeah.
so linked me with all the heavy hitters in our city.
Right.
Like came out
Right.
from all the way up west and
To
linked me
link
with
you.
all the big guys
Yeah, that's
up
dope.
east. And then we did 3 records. And true story, he goes like this to me after we did the 3 records. He's like, "If you can pick any artist you want to work with, who do you want to work with?
Right.
And I'm like, Snoop Dogg. Month goes by, we have a record with Snoop
Right.
Dogg.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
it was
Which, by the way, I
that.
was actually just showing our boy's best friend last night. We put it up on YouTube. So
Right.
like, I was like, let me put you on my boy, man. Let me
Yeah.
show you
Yeah.
that he actually has some real work out there.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
none of that would be possible without Chalk. And honestly, I used to go by the rap name Tragedy, right? Which was crazy. And it's me, Chalk, Shamello, and I think Spida was there too. And we were recording.
Right. And
Yeah, I don't think we were recording Celebrate yet. I don't think that was when may have been right before
no,
Celebrate. But we're all sitting in the
yeah.
studio, and Chalk looks at me and he goes, "You're not a tragedy." He's like, "You're not a tragedy." He's
Yeah.
like, "What about you is a tragedy?" He's
Yeah.
like, "You're young Gray."
Yeah.
And then everyone looks at him and they're like, "Whoa!"
It's like put it on
like,
everything.
like he is young Gray, like that, like and everyone from that point forward was like young Gray.
Yeah, but
like,
I'm not going. It's so fitting.
yeah,
Like in every format. Like me as a personal friend, we know you as Dave, we know you as Young Gray, and depending on the day, that's kind of how I, go about it. You're
yeah,
Dave some
yeah,
days. If we're talking sports, it just all depends. But you're always Young Gray. Because I just think it's and like Chuck said, I do think there are certain people that just carry these certain characteristics and the personality kind of glows no matter what room they walk in. So
hmm
I'll tell you, I believe in giving people their flowers,
yeah,
while they're here. And, I appreciate, the friendship that we have. And clearly it's, far beyond even the small circle, the
yeah.
way you have the man himself here,
I
patting you
appreciate
on
you.
your back. So yeah,
Yeah,
all good, bro.
yeah, and Chalk, like I said, and when it comes to hip hop, like nothing would have been possible without Chalk. Period. Yeah, Chalk put me on the map for
Right,
sure. And then from there, I mean, honestly, from there, the stuff that has trickled in, like the Fetty Wap coming out, the freaking Jim Jones record came out with all of this sort of stuff like that. But
right,
like none of that would have ever happened without Chalk, like in the people that he's put me around, and obviously like he's recognized as one of the biggest players in the game. Like
right.
I could throw out anybody from the West Coast, and in some way, shape, or form, he's probably gonna have some sort of connection to him.
But I think that's what's dope about it all too, though. I mean, and just listening, you know, I've never heard a story that extravagant in the business, because I'm not. That's not what I do for a living. I appreciate it all,
Yeah,
but that's not where I thrive. I know that. I know what my strength is, and that you don't want me to start rapping, or my
yeah.
career is going
You
to
should
end really
try.
quick.
We should get you
But
rapping
what
real
I'm
quick.
saying is the important part though, and I mean I think one thing that like we can for sure pull out of it though is the same thing he did for you is what you do, whether you do it purposely or, you know, it's just that you get up every day with intent to pull the next person up. Why am I sitting here?
Yeah.
Like this could have been, anybody sitting across the table and we decide we want to throw this up in the air and see what happens with it. But I'm kind of the same way, which is why I think you and I have, always gotten along and vibe because you got to take that, you got to pull that next person up,
Mhm.
and not be afraid that the person you pull up, you're elevate. Who cares if you elevate them beyond where you are? Then you've now trained them to pull you
To
again,
pull you back
So
up.
it's just that I
Exactly.
mean it's kind of dope to hear. Chalk and I have never met, before. This is the first time I ever talked to him live, but I do appreciate that the world ain't as bad in all facets, as what we
Mhm.
try to paint. There are some good people out there, still doing great things for
Right.
people. So yeah, keep plugging, man.
Yeah, me and Young Gray, we got to get back to making the songs that I know that he can make because he knows that I criticize him. I make him work off.
Right,
Oh yeah. Yeah, if anyone, and Chalk would tell me, be like, "Yo, the song would have been dope," like, but, and he'll be the first person to like pull my potential out or
right,
whatever. Like,
yeah,
this is the lane that you got to do. You can't be out there screaming or can't be out there doing this or
right,
whatever. Like, you're this guy,
yeah,
and he's always spot on.
yeah.
Like, I'm the James Bond of hip hop. It's how, it's how it looks.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's good, man.
definitely.
Yo, so I got a quick segment, and DeMonte, you're gonna absolutely kill me for this. Again, this is Nashtyville, people. So we're based out of Nashville. Before we do this quick segment, now, Chuck, I know you came out to Nashville before. How was your experience?
Yep.
What did you get of Nashville?
I had a ball. Sony actually, I do a mentorship program for Sony ATV. They flew me out to where they had producers and writers, and they run a studio for me. What I do was go into the studio, and what they were doing for the program was that they were doing production and publishing deals, and I had to pick 5 people that I felt that had the talent to be able to write and produce songs, and they would give them what they call a development deal. So when I fly in, I would only stay 2 days. But those 2 days, I've done it. I've been to Nashville like 4 or 5 times, and I loved it. Like, especially, I can't remember the street that everybody's like
Broadway.
streets
Yeah.
down.
Broadway? Yeah,
Broadway.
it's basically a zoo.
Come on.
It's not basically. It is a zoo.
Yeah, it is a zoo.
Yeah, I had a good time. I actually I don't know if you ever heard of the artist Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Anthony Hamilton, and he's put out numerous platinum albums. I happen to be walking down the street out there, and I hear somebody go, "Shut up!" And I turn around and it's him. They're like,
Wow.
"Going in Nashville," I said, "Doing a program, for Sony." And he's like, "I said, what you doing?" He was like, "I got a couple of shows up here," and I stayed not far. I know, it's a building called the Batman Building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is right there
Yeah.
on the screen. We got the Batman building.
Yeah, the Batman Building. I stayed in a hotel where I could see it perfectly,
Okay.
Wow.
like perfect.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I didn't do nothing except studio and just went around and ate all of the good food, rolled around on them them damn
Paddle tavern.
bars.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yep. And then there's another. I had a ball, man. The whole time I was there, I didn't do nothing but eat.
Wow.
That's it. I just that's food, go city. And I enjoyed. I've been in Nashville like 5 or 6 times. I love Nashville just to hang out. I don't know about living because I'm a Cali guy.
So we're gonna get you out to Nashville before the end of the month, and we'll start bumping
Man.
some music again. Cause a lot of these studios out here are freaking unbelievable. So let's.
I know. Oh, I've worked in. Yeah, I worked it every time I went. They put me in a different studio. I've worked in quite a. Well, I worked at. I can't remember the names though, but I worked at some real nice facilities out there.
Wow.
Very nice facilities. Nashville. That's where Sony ATV, the main
Yeah,
housing
main.
is Nashville.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Music City, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Yeah.
to break up the segment, and then after this, I do have a big question for you, but I don't know if you're able to see this, but right on the table, I have the new hottest hot sauce in the world. I know Chuck knows I love hot food more than anything. Spices, I collect them.
Almost to a fault.
Almost to crazy that I
Yes,
have so
almost
many
to a
hot
crazy
sauces
fault.
that it's insane. So we're gonna do and Chalk's gonna pick which one. So you either can do, because this is an initiation for DeMonte here to get on. Everyone does the hot challenge. You've done it before.
Yeah.
But this is an initiation to
Chalky's
get
not
on.
telling you that I did it before and I was like 2 minutes from my house just in case it went bad. So. This thing may go viral like in the morning.
So we have the hottest hot sauce in the world right here in the skull. Anything that's in the skull is gonna be the hottest hot sauce, or you can go easy with the beef jerky.
Easy. I love the easy. That must be spelled different than the easy I was told.
So you could go, Chuck. So what do you pick? We got the beef jerky here. So it's called the Armageddon beef jerky. So all he has to do is just a little piece of the beef jerky, or just one little finger dab of the hot sauce. Which one does he pick? It's your
Is
choice.
that the Reaper? Is it the
Um,
Reaper?
I'm pretty sure it's
The-
probably tons of Reaper.
Yeah.
And
It's anything remotely close to what he had me try at his house.
what would
So
you do? You want to go
the
beef
question is,
jerky?
nah, go with the little dab.
Go with the little dab. All right.
Chalk, I
So
thought we were on the same team.
no,
bro.
Chalk saved your life because the beef jerky, what I didn't tell you, is 18 million Scovilles.
Chalk, I thought
Now
we were on the
the-
same team, bro. I'm
now
gonna keep saying what I'm saying.
Now the sauce is only 4 million Scovilles. The beef jerky
Hey
is
man, you
freaking.
know, clearly I'm up for it. You're still selling it like you're in
Yeah.
Chalk's house putting security in.
Should I put
Right.
some in this and then you finger dab out of this?
Yeah, sure, man.
Like this is how
You
you know
guys
it's
have-
gonna be so
feel
hot.
I really feel like the top already probably has enough on it for me to just do that. That's
Yeah,
right
but
on the
what is
edge.
this little hole thing there though? Why is it not?
It's probably God looking after me.
How come this isn't coming
Let
out?
me see that. David's already on the side. Here.
Oh, I got it on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I can get it from here. That's what I'm saying.
Just right from the side. Well,
Right
yeah,
from the
maybe
side
just go
wall.
around the
Yeah,
bottle.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing this again with you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Like I told
welcome
you,
to Nashtyville.
fool me once, shame on you. George said, "Can't get food again." All right, here we go, man.
But I want you to explain going through the process of
Okay, this smells absolutely like death.
like death. All right, so he's smelling it out now.
All
Here,
right, here we
just
go.
because Chalk is on the
Yeah,
thing.
I
You have to
appreciate.
see
I
that.
appreciate you. This choice for me, bro. He's like, yeah. He's like, better you than me.
Let's see.
Screw it. Let's go.
Walk us through the process.
Initiation.
Oh my God.
If you had to rank it from the last one that I made you do to this,
I don't
already.
even remember. Oh my God.
it's
Hey,
There's
1 through 10. Where's it at?
1 through 10.
no. She went straight to 12. No warm up, no nothing. We went from 0 to 12. Yeah, that's
crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
That's crazy.
And I learned from last time because I instantly. So last time I was at his house, I swear, I'm thankful his family was still awake because I just started taking off clothes. They were literally sitting at the kitchen table. I was like, okay, but it's absolutely the same for me. I mean, once you get so hot, I think it's like it's burns. It just burns. I mean, I don't know if it burns any more than.
Is
the
your
one
mouth
before.
watering up like crazy?
No, I don't know what's happening right now. But I may come out the hat and shirt and everything again. So this thing may
Your
take
eyes
a twist.
your eyes are tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's that bad?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
pretty
want to
bad,
go?
man.
You want to go for
Yeah.
a piece of the jerky
No, not at all.
to see?
No, I think we'll initiate the
All
next.
right, you hold it.
person.
I'm gonna try a piece of the jerky. This is
Do that.
18 million Scovilles, by the way. And for the first time on camera, I'm gonna do it. This right here is death in a bag.
This is
what it
honestly
is.
what you love more than music. I think it's hot sauce.
It's hot. Yeah. So look, here we go. The hottest beef jerky in the world. 18 million Scovilles. This is. So that was 4 million.
That is ridiculous.
This is 18 million, and look at this piece.
I feel like I'm sweating from the in. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's not spicy. That's just hot.
It's just hot.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Oh my god. The pepper. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I'll talk back.
Yeah.
Increasingly closing the back of my throat completely.
If you pass out, we're going
Because it's like
If you get the hiccups, you know that shit is hot.
it's different.
He said-
I'm about there. I'm like, so immediately
There it is.
immediately, and I like,
My lips are doing worse than anything over here.
oh, but this is like it has like all the peppers wrapped around the
The
actual
jerky, huh?
the jerky.
Yeah,
So like when you swallow it, it
it's
like drags it.
follows all the way.
The funny thing is, and like true story, I feel the burn going down
Right,
my to my stomach.
right.
I feel the burn like it's
Yeah.
digesting all the way down to my stomach is
Because
on
it is.
my stomach is on
You
fire.
do know that path don't stop there, right?
Do I do another one?
I think you should not.
No, no, no. I will
Nah.
just for camera.
Okay, good for you. I'm not.
Oh my word.
I am not.
Man, that shit is that stuff is inhumane.
Oh, trust me, he will not be happy about this later.
I'm dead. 18 million Scovilles.
No.
Honestly, I don't know, man.
And then this one little puppy here is, yeah, no.
4 million. I don't know. Something in my head says that is hotter because it's the liquid
That's
form.
hotter because it just instantly goes.
It's the
That's what
liquid
I'm saying.
form.
I can't feel my lips right now.
You really, you have to try it. Just a teeny piece.
No, I don't. No.
Just
No,
a
no.
teeny piece.
No.
You see,
I'm not
I'm
trying to be a superhero. Right I'm also old enough and wise enough to know that it does not end with this taste.
No.
I will have to see this again at some point. And no. Clearly, I already feel like I may be taking off like a NASA rocket later anyway. But
Yeah.
for now, we're going to keep this thing balanced.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Yo, so Choc, to get back on the subject, and we may be a little off at this point, but I do have one big thing because I remember when I first met you, you had a specific headphones at your house, and I thought this was probably the coolest thing that I have ever seen out of everything. To this day, I don't think I've seen anything cooler than what you have specifically.
Yeah, the Beats. I have the Beats prototype. Dr. Dre's Beats, instead of having the red B on them, I have his signature. It has his name on the
that's
side.
dope.
It says Dr. Dre.
That's dope.
So the Beats before they were Beats.
Before they were Beats.
Yeah, which is
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, this is his prototypes. I have 3 sets of them.
You got them framed? They're on display?
No, they're just in boxes, just in a box.
Gotcha.
But instead of having the B's on them, it says Dr. Dre with a signature, the way he autographs things. So
That's cool.
I have those, and I'm thinking about seeing just to play around and see if I was to auction them or just put them up to see what somebody would pay for those, man. Just to you know.
Probably a lot.
Oh, probably $1 million.
Yeah, they'd probably pay a lot for it.
I would probably say at least $1 million for the prototypes.
Here are the prototypes. It says Dr. Dre on the side. Instead of the red B's, they say Dr. Dre on both sides.
Yeah.
Those are honestly probably priceless. But someone would pay, it's priceless, but you put that on an eBay, some heavy hitter is coming in and
some heavy hitter is coming in to get those. I mean, it's a no-brainer, honestly.
Millions on it.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
And I also have the lighter that he used in the video Kush. When the video starts, he takes a lighter and it says Kush on it, and he flicks that lighter. I also have that lighter. He gave me that lighter. I got that lighter as well.
Wow.
That's dope.
That is dope too. The crazy thing is some freaking guy out there.
Well, and you had to think somebody knows exactly where it came from and what the significance of it is. You know, so
yeah.
No, that's cool.
Now, Choc, I don't want to hit too many crazy points, but obviously, like the whole Suge Knight stuff like that era or whatever, like Suge a little bit different, like you told me like how did his name, because the public probably doesn't even know how his name occurred or whatever. How did?
Well, it came from that urban legend, which is a lie, because I was there, and that's what bothers me, because that's the reason why I'm shooting my documentary now. Everything was an urban legend. Vanilla Ice saying that Suge hung him over a banister. or over a rail at the hotel. It didn't ever happen. That's a lie. It's an urban legend.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of people would write and say that Suge and me took the publishing from Vanilla Ice, Five Size Baby. That was nowhere near the case. So letting you know, and hopefully your listeners and viewers can understand what it was that the problem that came in with Vanilla Ice was that when we did Ice Ice Baby, the record blew up. SBK and Capitol said, whoever did these records, who did Ice Ice Baby, we need him to do the album.
Yeah.
We sit down, we negotiate. Now I'm only supposed to do 4 more songs for the album. So I fly into Dallas, I do 9 songs, and he's to pick out of those 9 songs. But what he did was put all 9 on the album.
Okay.
And then credited himself for the records, for certain records, and didn't give me my credit. So the whole lawsuit came from him putting songs on the album. Mind you, Ice Ice Baby was already in the can. The record's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got published and all of that. The problem came in with him putting my songs on the album that I never got credit. So when the album came out, he didn't take the songs that he was the 4 that he was supposed to do. He didn't do that. It was 4 or 5, whatever. He put all 9 on the album.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I sued him. And instead of suing him, he just threw the towel and was like, make sure that because he wanted me to give him Ice Ice. He was like, man, just let me have Ice Ice Baby. You're gonna do more than half of my album. I'm not giving you Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they tried to get me to be a ghostwriter.
Where
So when they
for Ice?
for the whole they wanted me a ghostwriter. So what they did was offer me $100,000, and I give up all of my rights to the songs. Yes. So this is where Suge comes in at. Suge is like, well, what? That doesn't make sense. I was like, man, I'm gonna take that $100,000. It's like that doesn't make sense, Chuck. So why would you give up all of your publishing for $100,000?
Yeah.
So I met them at a restaurant called Cravings, which is Vanilla Ice's manager and attorneys. And I brought my attorney, but they didn't know Suge was outside. So they had the paperwork for me to sign. Suge walks in, spooks everybody, takes the paperwork, and we leave. And that was the smartest thing that ever happened was that I was going to take the $100,000, but didn't understand that my first check after not doing it was $600,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
that's crazy. It really is.
So that's where Suge was born from doing that, and then the money that because I bought Suge's first Mercedes ever. Suge was driving a K5 mini Blazer.
That's crazy.
He had a big truck. Yeah, with the roll bar on the inside and the big old fog lamps on top of it. And when that happened, I got him his first Mercedes. Got him his first foreign car.
I think it's funny though that you spin it as and not spin it, but just the truth is that it's truly an urban legend because the entire time I've ever the entire time I've ever heard or even anybody reference that story, that's all I've ever the only truth I've known is what he just debunked.
Yeah.
You know, so like
so
I
you
think
heard...
it's great. Yeah, that's all I've ever known my entire. Bro, I turned 48 next month. Like I mean, that's all I've ever known is the story that he just said.
Was that freaking Choc and Suge held him over the balcony?
That's what I've always thought happened. Like that's so crazy. Always.
Look, let me tell you that whole conversation. It was the night of the American Music Awards. That conversation was so cool. The most threatening thing Suge said to him that night was, "We can be here in 15 minutes, or we could be here all night. How come my producer did not get his credit for these songs?" But I said, "Well, is it cool if we all could talk with my attorney?" Suge said, "Yeah." Vanilla Ice went and picked up his little boom box. He put the cassette in and he played all of his new songs that he had. And I sat there and we listened to the song. I was like, okay. And we were done. That was it. No,
that's crazy.
But if you go on YouTube, you can see where Vanilla Ice says, "Well, the story got a little bit taken way out of proportion. Suge never held me over no banner." No, he didn't.
Right.
I'm there.
Yeah.
So it was just, and I know entertainment TV, TMZ, entertainment TV, and entertainment TV, Canada, all of them did a story on it, like
Right.
2 months ago, and they were able to fathom through. They was like the host of entertainment TV said, I believe Chocolate, I believe that what he's saying, I believe that yes, it didn't happen. And then I'm real close with Flavor Flav. Flav told me because Vanilla Ice and him was pretty much cool. He was like, yeah, Vanilla Ice told me the whole story, man. He said, so I already know. So he, it's like it's an urban legend, bro. It never happened.
Yeah.
Never happened. People, Ice Ice Baby was a problem. Never was a problem. I had that in the can. Paperwork done, ownership, all of that. It was the song that he put on the album that I didn't get credited for.
Right.
You know what's crazy
Because
is
I
the
yeah.
funny thing is I probably would have held him over the balcony.
That probably.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, it
still
was
was-
for sure a teachable moment.
Yeah.
Let's call it that. It was a teachable moment.
But if you see Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine's documentary called The Defiant Ones,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see my attorney on there. His name is Virgil Roberts. You hear him say, that never happened. And he said, and if it did happen, that still wouldn't have made Vanilla Ice pay. So basically, I don't care how long you held him over the banister. If you didn't drop, you still wouldn't. You don't know whether or not he was going to get paid or not. So we went the legal way.
Yeah.
And
Right.
instead of us, because John Clark was my attorney through Sony, and when we got ready to sue, he just threw the towel and was like, okay, because I had too much proof. I
Right.
had everything that I. So
Right.
he just threw in the towel and wanted me to come back on a second album to work with him. I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So
And I backed up.
so Ice Ice Baby in a way almost paved the way for Death Row Records, right? Or wrong?
No, people say that, but in reality, no, it didn't. Suge didn't take any of that money from us because he didn't. Suge only got 10% of what being my manager. He only got 10%. So he didn't take that money. That money came from Harry O.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who budgeted the label. You got to remember, I'm there. I'm at Death Row. I'm a producer. I was the first at Death Row to produce Snoop.
Yeah.
Right.
The first record Snoop was me.
The first record Snoop ever
So-
did
That's crazy.
at Death Row Records was
Yeah.
you. Wow.
Yep, with
Yeah.
a song called Niggas, song with Snoop Dogg, Lord 3-2, and Boss Hogg CPO, who was featured on Picture Me Rolling with Tupac. I did a record with them called Niggas Is Like That.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
That was
crazy.
his
Snoop,
first.
so Snoop was hella young walking in.
Yeah, hella young. Well,
Yeah.
he was what, 18?
I was gonna say.
He
I
was
thought
18.
Yeah, 18 walking
I was
in.
gonna say
like,
he had to have been under 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
That's,
was
But
crazy.
because my brother's the one who picked him up from jail. My brother's the one who picked Snoop up and brought him to Death Row. He was getting out of jail, and nobody didn't even know what he looked like. Just like Lady of Rage, when she came to Death Row, nobody looked like me and my brother picked her up from the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were the first to know what she looked like. The story, you're gonna see my documentary. It's gonna be a whole lot of exciting stuff in that documentary, bro.
That's
There's
sick.
a whole
bro.
lot of.
Who's handling the documentary for you?
The guy that's shooting my documentary is a gentleman who used to do the executive for In Living Color, the TV show.
Okay.
Remember him?
Yep.
In Color
Yeah.
with Damien.
Yep.
Of
Yeah, so
course.
Mark Wilmore and Dave Wilmore.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Holy crow. Yeah, and I can
He-
imagine.
He also did the PJs, the TV show, the PJs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we got
Um,
about like
that-
3 minutes left, right? So give us one more thing you want everyone to know. Anything. Anything you can think of.
Oh.
Hit me with some rapid fire.
It's a rapid fire. I got so much going on at one time.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
I'm just moving. As you see now, you see the background. You see that I'm at my facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm getting like I got the podcast. I go on at 4 o'clock. My podcast, I've been having a ball. I've had from Big Worm from Friday on my show. I've had E40. I've had Flavor Flav. I also did Flavor Flav. You gotta look that up. I did Flavor Flav, the Flavor Flav show. Look that up.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
Look that up. You'll find that with Flavor Flav and Mista Choc. I've had Mark Woods, one of the biggest R&B writers of the 70s. I've been doing it, man. Just doing a podcast, creating music, and I'm putting up a new YouTube channel now to where I'm doing basically send a sample, I'll create the beat.
Oh, that's
Wow.
And
Wow.
like whatever record it is, whatever it comes, it could be Mozart, it could be whoever. Send it to me, I'll create a beat.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
And I'll make it in different vibes. And if the person likes it, they'll be able to purchase it.
That's pretty
crazy.
dope.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
freaking
so I'm
wild.
doing all moving around, bro. I'm just moving around. But I definitely got to get with you on this new music because I have so much music, it's ridiculous.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
You know,
Leave the people with this. Who's a better rapper, Young Gray or Vanilla Ice?
did you see this?
Oh, that's fire. That's so fire.
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah, so I'm just getting everything together, bro. You know, me and my brother's been really pushing the line on a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna lift this up so you can see our us putting together our whole little
Wow.
setup.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So we've just been working hard, man. Just been working hard, just making things happen. Like
Hell
I said, we got to get together, some music together.
Yeah, let's
check.
like I said, by the end of this month, I want to have at least 2 or 3 more joints done with you. That we'll get done.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. I got some crazy.
tell the
crazy.
people who's a better rapper, Young Gray or Vanilla Ice.
Oh come on, dude. That boy is kill him, bro.
Yeah.
See, we were put together. Me and him was put together and we became friends. But me and him became friends because he was whack. I did shows with him. I used to open up for him, and I used to ask him, "Why do I always have to open up for this dude? He's whack."
Yeah. Yeah.
Manager came to me and said, "Instead of dissing Robbie, why don't you work with him?" And that's how we became friends. But I wrote for him to make him a better artist. But Ice Ice Baby should have never even sound like that. I was surprised the record did that good because he was off beat so many times. And if you listen to the song, you can tell that he
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's hysterical.
That
Man.
is funny.
killing. You killing. And you're not a concept record, so that's what makes you a lot better artist than if you're not a concept. If I give you a concept, you know how to deliver it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is huge. Well, you know I love you, Choc. You're my brother, man. We're gonna get at this. So I guess
Tell the family.
yeah, I'll let
Tell the
everyone
family
know,
I
man.
said,
We miss you, bro. You're coming up on a visit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I promise you that.
Hey, yeah, Chalk, I'm gonna make
Yeah,
sure
man.
he forces. I'm gonna force him to get at least let me meet you face to face so we can shake hands since we've now had a hour-long
definitely.
conversation.
Yeah. You got any final words, D? You want
No,
to
man.
wrap up with?
Hey, we're just looking forward to getting this thing rolling, man. It's been fun. And
Yeah.
I think it's a great start, great first guest. So,
Yeah, I always
appreciate
figure you got to go to where the core is. So, like, just launching this new podcast, I think the best episode that we could possibly get is with the
Yeah, no
originator.
doubt. No doubt.
So, we love you, Choc. I appreciate you, man.
For sure.
And again, everyone, Nashtyville.
Nashtyville.
Welcome to Nashtyville. All right.
Ride around my top down, window shaking a lot now. I'ma stay proud, no Kane Brown, but I thank God for these days now. Don't make sounds, crash glass, no rebounds. N-town, Nashtyville, and I stay proud now.